All right, so we noticed about 4 months ago that Maisie, she started to be leaking a substance out of her udders, which she's doing right now. The vet said it's kind of like a pre-milk that sometimes can happen if they have too rich a grass, but clearly that's not the issue because Maisie, in addition to that, has been going into heat on and off more frequently than she should, and unfortunately that's led to some harassment of poor Annie here, who she follows around constantly, a little creepy. But and so we've contacted the North Carolina State vet department, and they said that it could be ovarian cyst disease, which can, in 10% of cows, leads to this constant state of going into heat and
Don't be a creep, Maze.
and the leaking from the udders here, which you can actually see right now. It's dripping. So we're gonna take Maisie here to North Carolina State University vet. They're gonna do an ultrasound on her to make sure that what they think is actually going on. So we could use your donations so that we can worry about Maisie and making sure she gets the care she needs and not have to worry about how we're gonna cover all these costs.
So we had some news not as good as we would have hoped for Mr. Elton here. You might remember that in midsummer he had to be rushed to the vet because he got heat exhaustion. So we've been keeping a close eye on him since then. He was checked out after that and he seemed to be doing well, but we noticed just his color was a little bit darker than it should have been, which in these guys can indicate heart problems. So we took him back to the vet to get that checked out, and she wanted to do some x-rays to check his heart. The good news was his heart looks great. The bad news is he has something very wrong with his GI tract or intestinal area. It wasn't super clear from the x-rays what that is. He's retained a lot of grit, which is like little stones and pebbles and stuff they eat to help them digest that should be passing more than it is. So we need to do some additional diagnostics to figure out what that might be. And it looks like the swelling from whatever it is pushing on. They actually have air sacs lower down in their body than you would think, and so it's pushing on that. So that could be causing him to not be getting quite as much oxygen as he might need. So we're doing a further diagnostic test tomorrow to hopefully see what's going on. Worst case scenario, cancer, which would obviously not be what we want to happen. So he seems to be like feeling good. He's eating, he's hanging out. So yeah, we're just gonna hope for the best and just take it day by day and see what we find out tomorrow.
All right, and Tesla here is holding up her ear that unfortunately she is going to lose. They need to remove her ear because she has cancer in there, but the good news is that should solve the problem, and it's a type of cancer that's unlikely to have spread. So removing the ear should solve the problem, but unfortunately she does have to lose her entire ear. There is hope that she'll retain some hearing, but unfortunately Tesla is going to be a one-ear bunny. So again, we can definitely use your support, making sure that we can focus on, you're gonna hide, take care of, and just giving love to our animals in their time of need, knowing that with the donations we get, we're able to cover the costs of all the vet bills that we have coming up for our animals. So thank you to everyone that makes this possible to give them happily ever afters.
Poor Tess. We love you, Tesla.